the New York Giants Sports Talk and Entertainment. All right, we're going to do something we had a lot of fun with last year. And it was of course, we got into an argument with another YouTuber when we did this, but I don't care. We're going to do this again, and I enjoy it, and I like to refer to this as cap space math with Online Big Blue. What we like to do is we like to kind of figure out what the cap space number is, and I take a pen and a pencil, and I have the Giants' salaries for 2021 up on my screen here. And what we do is we like to go through and see exactly what the exact cap number or what we feel the exact cap number will be for 2021. Last year we did this. We were off by 320,000. And I remember because another YouTuber was like, no, there's 15 million more than this. I'm like, no, I can do math. I can add. And then a couple weeks later, it came out that I was right, but I was off by 325,000. But again, no one ever apologizes to me. That's why I enjoy my Black Rifle coffee, which I'm drinking right now. Holiday blend. So, all right, hold on. Low cup coffee. All right, so if we go by the projected cap space, last year the projected cap space, of course, was 198 million.2. This year, they're probably saying it's going to be about 175,000. So we're going to write down 175 million. So we're going to write that down. 175 million. So what we're going to also look at quickly and briefly is the new contracts that we have in. So the newest contract that we have in, of course, is Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan signed a 3-year, $30 million deal. 20 million of that, I believe, 20 million, it says 20 million here is guaranteed. He received a $6 million signing bonus, which is prorated over 4 years. So if we take a look at his total cap hit, it is $7 million. So we're going to write down $7 million. And then let's see here, plus so that's 5.5 in salary and 1.5 in signing bonus. We don't need to worry about that. 2022 here. All right, in 2022, it jumps to 10.75 million. I didn't know that. I didn't know it jumped that high in 2022, but that's okay. That's if he's still at the same level he's at, that we have no problem. We have no problem with that. So that's a good thing. So and then we have to look at our projected rollover money. The Giants, and that's the amount of money that the NFL allows each team to roll over from the cap from the previous year. The Giants are only rolling over about $5 million, so we're going to write $5 million, $5 million rollover. Okay. Luckily this is not spelling time with Tim from Online Big Blue, because it wouldn't have gone too well so far. All right, so if you project that over and you take a look at the current salaries, the Giants have probably, let's see here, we do this, they have 169 million, give or take. It's probably anywhere between 169, we'll say 169. Well, it's probably between 169.7.5, 500,000, because you have to remember we've gone through this before. NFL rosters until after the deadline, they go off the rule of the 51. So only the top 51 players are counted against your salary cap until after preseason, and then you have to account for the other cap space. So this is going by the rule of 51. We did a whole video about the rule of 51 last year, so hopefully everyone remembers what the rule of 51 is. So I'm going to say if we add that in, take a look at the projected salaries, and let's see here, add that. So the Giants are looking right now, without any cuts, about 15 million. 14.5 to 15. I'll say 14.5 to 15 million in projected cap space. Now that's without clearing any salaries out. Now if we take a look at some of the salaries that we can dump, okay, the biggest one that we have on the books right now is Zeidler. And Zeidler, who's actually probably been our most consistent offensive lineman the last 2 years, is a pretty good number. He's at 14.5 million right now, and I believe if we move on from him, the Giants would, let's see. If we move on from Zeidler, the Giants are going to save $12 million. So we're going to put that in the save column. Now the question is, do you really want to move on for Zeidler? Do you have another offensive lineman that you think that it can play in Zeidler's position? You played a full 16 games last year. I mean, the Giants can also, do we have a replacement on the roster? Do we want to extend him to reduce the cap number? I don't know. That's a tough call, but you know what? We're just going to put him down as a cap cut. Now, one of the easier players that we know we're going to probably dump is going to be Golden Tate. All right, so cutting Tate right now, let's see here. The Giants would save $6.1 million if we cut Tate. Okay, and there's a dead cap number of 4.7 penalty, so he's a goner. So we're still going to incur the almost 4.5 million dead cap space. We're still going to save $6 million in salary. So he's a goner. He's a goner. Now the biggest contract we need to worry about, of course, is Nate Solder. Nate Solder's contract's kind of screwed us because of the fact that it basically paused and rolled into 2021. I would like to have cut him last year and just kind of taken the dead space for 1 year and then had it clear cap space the following year, but we didn't do that. So it's kind of a complicated move for Solder because there's two ways we can do this. If we cut him June 1st, the Giants will save $6 million in salary, so we're going to write $6 million down and incur a dead cap space penalty of $10.5 million. Now, if he retires, it's basically the same thing. Now, if the Giants cut him post June 1st, they save $10 million, and that allows them to spread their dead cap space money over 2 years. So the dead cap space number would be $6.5 in 2021 and $4 million in 2022. So we're going to write that down, $4 million in 2022, and we're going to write down the dead cap space number. I just got to love math class. This is fun math class. Now, if some of the other players I'd probably look into cutting. Looking at this roster, I would cut Cody Core. If we cut Cody, we're going to save $2 million. He was injured, of course, special teams player. I'm not going to play a special teams player $2 million when I have plenty of guys on my roster. What's his name? Tolola. That 17-foot, 900-pound tight end. Third string tight end now, to be honest. We cut him without penalties, almost $3 million. It's $295, so we'll just say $295. So he's a goner. One player that I would like to, one player I would think about cutting, but I'm not sure, would be Riley Dixon. He kind of had a rough season. He kind of had a bad season, especially towards the end of the year. And I think we have another punter on the roster somewhere. I can't remember. I think he's on the practice squad. Can't remember his name. It's Ryan something. But if we cut him, we're already saving $2.6 million. All right, and then some other cuts we could probably go to. It's tough because David Mayo, we cut him, we automatically save $2.3 million. He's a good special teams player. He did not make the impact that people thought he would have made coming on, after that big season. And I told people, the first 5-6 years of Mayo's career, that's what he was. 2019 was more of an aberration only because of the fact that someone on a bad team, somebody has to make the tackles. And that's exactly what I said. So I probably would cut him. So that's going to save us $2.3 million. We're not going to get in to see if we're going to trade anybody. We could do some restructure. We actually could restructure some deals if we really needed to. I think we can actually structure. No, we're not going to restructure any deals. I mean, we're not. Like I said, we're not going to talk about the. Also, people are going to start probably talking about extending Barkley, and I love it because so many people last year were like, we need to extend Barkley. We need to give him the money and extend him now. And I even said, why are you going to extend someone in his third year? Slow down. Wait till after year 4. You still got a 5th-year option on him. He's still being paid in the top 10 in reference to running backs. So let's just slow down on that. And of course, what does he do in week 2? He blows out his knee. So I'm glad we didn't listen to some people. Okay, so let's see here. So let's add all this up. So if we add all this up, we could, let's see, if we cut Tate, cut Dixon, Mayo, Core, Tolola. Let's do it. We cut our trade Zeidler. So we are looking at with those cuts and those moves, we are looking at a projected cap space 48 to 50, 51, 52 million, I would say. Now these, like I said, these are numbers. There's other things that other moves that the Giants can make, but like I said, if we cut Solder, We cut Zeidler, get rid of Dixon, Tolola, Mayo, and Core. Cutting Tate. Let's see here. We have the rollover money. We have the Logan Ryan deal. I make sure I'm doing this adding right. Yes, so we are looking anywhere between. And again, this numbers also depends on if they do the cut with Solder, if they do it post June 1st or pre June 1st. So if it's post, let's see, if it's pre June 1st, the number we're looking, there's about a $4 million difference. So yeah, $4 million difference. So we're looking at about 48, with everything that we could do, we're looking at a total of $48 million to possibly $52 million in cap space. Now again, that's of course if we cut Zeidler. I mean, a lot of that number, I have some fear and trepidation about cutting Zeidler on that young offensive line, only because of the fact that, and I also have some issues because of the fact that we also have the Peppers contract coming up after next year. So we have a couple things we need to look into, but like I said, 48 to 50 million. That's not terrible. I mean, that could give us enough opportunity. And again, that's if the cap goes down to 175. I don't know if it's going down to 175, but we have to kind of wait and see. But if the good news is, the reason why I did this is because of the fact that in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, we are going to do our online Big Blue free agent bonanza show. Now that we know the Giants have anywhere between 48 to 52 million, we'll start breaking down who we think the Giants could potentially look at free agency. It's way too early for that, because the playoffs haven't even started yet. But we are going to do just a quick show like we did last year. We did last year's show, I think, on January 5th about free agents. So we're going to have to take a look at that. And but like I said, between 48 and 52 million, that seems like a good number to me. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, if you're ringing that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.